Welcome, Collective, to Timeless Energy. I'm Barbara. This is a general timeless reading. Entertainment purposes only. If it does not resonate, please do not try to make it fit. Watch out for scammers. I've heard of it. I actually wouldn't be aware if that actually happened to me. I don't reach out. My disclaimer is, if somebody's reaching out to you and they're telling you that they are timeless energy, it's not me. For any reason. Okay. I do thank you for liking, subscribing, and for any donations. If you're enjoying the content of the video and you haven't done it before, press subscribe. I'm a very small channel and I need all of the help that I can get. Alright. Liking it, well, I'm not going to ask you to lie, but you know what? If you're watching the video and you're enjoying the content or part of it, even a small edit, please, by all means, press like. It all adds up and it helps the channel go out farther, from what I can tell, or should, unless there's a problem with the internet or something. Now, as far as donations, I do not do private reads. I don't. There are many qualified people that do. I don't reach out for them. I don't privately do anything on the side for anybody. I might have done one for my brother. And his kitchen table once to show off what I was trying to learn. But personally, private ratings I don't do, but I do accept donations. If you like the content of the video, there are 2 links in the description box. Okay, 2 of them. One is PayPal, starting with a email starting with a harmony, the word harmony. If you're watching one of the oldest timeless energy, there was a different email. Please do not donate to that. I cannot retrieve that. And that email started with my name, Barbara. But pick the email in the description box that starts with the word harmony, or the Cash app. Cash app. They have that too. Okay, there's 2 of them. Actually, quite sure how to retrieve anything if you sent it, but you know what? If you got a spare dollar or whatever, I'm not going to complain. Now, 3 cards. Anybody who's watched me before knows this. We're going to start with the Wild Unknown Tarot. I'm going to do 3 of that. Then normally, I'll pull from the Learning Tarot cards, because you know what? Everybody usually is in the process of learning, no matter how good they get. And I'm definitely in the process of always learning. And I like the learning deck, so I'm starting to use it more often. The Citadel. Let's get that. Citadel. There we go. Okay. That one there is absolutely the most incredible deck. And I am going to probably use it every read that I do. I'm going to do 3 cards. Bear with me. If you want to fast forward during the shuffle, you can. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. What is a message for today's timeless energy? Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. The message for today's timeless energy. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. The message for today's timeless energy. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. And the message for today's timeless energy. There's one. We have the 3 of Cups. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. The card for the timeless energy message for today. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me. Message for the timeless energy today. with the Six of Wands. Okay. One more card for the energy for today's timeless energy. Spirit guiding, spirit. Oop. That blew out. Too many. Too many. Let's try again. Spirit guide me, spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. One more card for the... There it is. And I have the World. Alright. There we go. Where's the World? Let's stick it right there. There we go. Okay. And I hope everybody had a wonderful day. It's got the tattooed on the corner of one of my cards. I've been waiting to take her into the bed. Okay, let's start with our first card. The Three of Cups. Now, resolution of the problem. Alright. There's been a compromise, or there's been some kind of conclusion to whatever. In general, okay, anybody who's listening. So, this is just the energy. Now, the Three of Cups is celebrations. It's gatherings. Festivities. Happy times. It's a real positive energy. But we're using the Wild Unknown Tarot. This is creating memories together. Okay? They're not just any old friends. These are people that you've got rare connections with. You're enjoying their company. Okay? And was very, very strong with the love energy. But you know, the Three of Cups is Cancer and Mercury. And Cancer doesn't surprise me with the celebrations. Well, Cancers are usually crabs, the people are anyways. But the energy, the emotional energy of Cancer is emotion. Okay? As a water sign. And the Mercury is communication. So, if there's communication, it could be emotional, even a long distance connection where you are celebrating your love for one another and you're able to communicate in positive ways, or now there is a little bit of caring affection with the Cancer, and in some ways travel. Alright, because, you know, hey, festivities, right? Getting together with people that you love. Sometimes it does suggest the travel energy. Okay? Now, this might not apply to everybody. I have actually done reads where for myself, and it's blatantly screaming travel all over it, and the farthest I go is the gas station down the road. But the Three of Cups is usually a friend. It doesn't have to be intimate. It can be an acquaintance on acquaintance level. As a matter of fact, the closest friends is somebody that you have a lot to talk about. You have some kind of special connection. You're having a good time. Now, this is not about putting your responsibilities off to the side or neglecting anything. This is the energy of festivities. This is a positive thing. You might have something to celebrate. You might have a wedding. There might be a graduation at a high school. It's not always a wedding. Because with the Three of Cups, you might be dealing with an invitation, which might make you very positive and also very helpful. Communication, receiving an invitation to something, which hasn't happened yet, but is coming up really, really close in the future. Now, our next card is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is the Leo and the Jupiter energy. I don't know how much you know about astronomy or astrology or anything like that. I'd like to mention the energy of the cards, okay? Was Leo energy, which is a fire sign, okay? Then the Jupiter energy. Now, with the Leo energy, this is being self-confident. In some cases, I would say arrogant, but with the first card we pulled, I would say confidence is like all over the place. You're very, you're getting good results. You're recognized for the qualifications that you contribute, whether or not it has to do with a certification of some type that you like graduated from and you're allowed legally. You are being recognized for having certain qualifications that are beneficial or a contributing. Yes, contributing. Whereas in our society, if you're having social occasions, you're getting an invitation on a social level. That means that you have been successfully recognized in one way or another of being able to contribute in a positive way to whatever environment you are attached to. It could be a club thing, they're at college, you're living in the city. It could be peer pressure where you have finally, after the first 6 months of the year, been accepted by the coveted group, or the sports team, or the cheerleaders, or the book club. Okay? It could be anything. So this is, you are being recognized to have certain gifts or certain qualifications that are duly noted, and invitations are coming. This is good results for an achiever of some sort. With the Jupiter energy in the Leo, we're talking very positive. We're talking abundance. And, you know, if you're looking at the Leo energy, now I know some people think that Leos are very arrogant. But as a person, I've got two relatives that are Leos. They're very proud. They're very dignified. You could be dealing with royalty, okay, if you're dealing with a Leo. Because they have a habit of holding their head up and having self-respect for themselves, for their ability to either do something or have knowledge about something, or their position in society, or their position in specific groups. We're not talking or name-dropping groups. Okay? You could be a member of the government, you could be a member of the Masons, you could be a member of the sewing club in your community of 300 people. It doesn't matter what the group is. Okay? Leo energy is that you are very respected. That's energy dignified. And this is very, very positive, especially if the invitation came to somebody from that energy. So, if we're talking about a social invitation, we're talking about this invitation or this energy coming from somebody who has a respectability of sorts in the community. This is the energy that I'm looking at here. Now, one thing about the Six of Wands is that it's a heart chakra. Well, the heart chakra is something very close to your heart, wouldn't you think? Okay? You would think it's a love relationship. No, I don't do love readings, okay? I do not do love readings. Well, I did one time. It was an accident. It was just so many cards on the table that it couldn't have been anything but a love reading. But with the heart chakra, you know what's right. You know what's not normal. You are consciously, on a conscious level, very in tune, very awake, and very connected, okay? It does mention love. You can give and receive love with the heart chakra. But with the heart chakra, you're talking about invitations, you're talking about maybe receiving the invitation from somebody who's well respected, coming from a dignified, respectable situation, actually extending an invitation of welcome to somebody. This is a very positive thing. So this might be, with the heart chakra, something that was very close to your heart. Maybe something you didn't mention, but something maybe that you really, really wanted. Okay? Something close to your heart. Okay, this is a possibility that whatever this invitation is to, that is something that you have always dreamed to be invited to or included in. Now, we're not going to get small about it, because some people have very small dreams. It could be simply, just include me. You guys are going out to a restaurant. It doesn't matter if, there's a reason why you think that I shouldn't go. I just want to be included. Something close to your heart. Okay? Now, with this energy here next to the world, okay, was actually the positive read. I haven't actually had a positive read in this strong energy in a while. Because, see, the world is a culmination. It's a very important stage of being accepted. You put in a lot of work. A lot of work. Okay? Now, it isn't about being graduated. It isn't about learning the skill. Because you can learn the skill and you can graduate all you want till you're blue in the face. But you know what? The people that work in the industry that you work in have to extend an invitation to you and accept you. And they're going to put you under a microscope to do it. It doesn't matter if you're going to school or if you're wrenching cars. It doesn't matter if you're a domestic engineer and your husband just moved you to the community and the local sewing circle wants to extend an invitation to invite you to one of their weekly gatherings. It doesn't matter if it is the mothers and fathers of the school that have a meeting because you have enrolled your child in the school. They think that you are significant enough to actually put your name on that invitation list and invite you to function in that way. I already forget what they call that, actually. Because, my daughter's grown up. But there was a specific group of parents that worked along with, the education system. I don't know. The reason I can't remember it at this point is that there's been so much news about the fighting in the schools. But the PTA, that's what it was. There was a movie with that in there, okay? Yes, I remember that. Okay, that's another group you can think about, okay? But with the world card energy, and all of these are up in the upright, your invitation has been made by somebody who's in a respectable, standing in a respectable light, by the community. We're talking about by the community. And okay, once we've stepped over that threshold, the energy is, we feel that the world is at our feet. It's some kind of like invisible promotion of some sort. Okay? Now with the travel energy, this could be connected to a job. This could be connected to a situation where the reunion or the meeting or the gathering is a reunion or family traveling. Now, this is not a strong part of the energy, but it needs to be mentioned. In some cases with that Mercury energy, not just communication, but communication about health. Okay, health. Okay, so there might be an energy of a reunion or a gathering of some type that might be connected to travel and health. Okay, but I don't see a strong energy here. I see acceptance and recognition for being a contributing member of the community, or maybe in the future being able to contribute to the community, or at least the welcoming mat has been laid out. Okay. Now with the learning tarot, I'm actually moving along pretty fast here. But okay. I'm going to pick 3 cards here to clarify here. What do we got here? This is such a positive energy. What? Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. We're going to clarify the 3 of Cups in the upright. Clarify the 3 of Cups in the upright. And there we go. Oh! This is routine. It says greed, being underpaid, lack of inspiration, avarice, someone who is too hasty and makes mistakes, and an uninspired person. Huh. Now why would the Knight of Pentacles in reverse be the clarifier for the 3 of Cups? An uninspired person. Or greed. Because we're so happy here. We're looking at the resolution of a problem. We are talking about an invitation of some kind here. We are talking about an invitation of some kind. We're talking about a social gathering. We're talking about something that's positive, being extended invitation by somebody who is well known and well respected. Why would it start off with greed? There might possibly be in this energy some kind of underlying reason. Now, we're not saying to automatically distrust everybody who's just made you probably the happiest person in the world. You're going to be stepping over a threshold into being accepted, or at least in your mind, this is what has been happened. And now we're looking at the energy of maybe there was some kind of reason. With the Mercury energy of the 3 of Cups, there is a trickster energy. And a trickster energy is maybe a little bit of deception. Maybe it's not too serious. Okay. It's not too serious. But the trickster energy is, you know, hey, you know what? It will benefit to make this choice. The invitation has been made. So somebody stands to benefit if they can draw you out and get you into this club or this group. Or, you know, and I wouldn't say too much that this energy would happen on a higher level of the government or anything like that, unless you've got a lot of pull yourself. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing somebody who doesn't have a lot of pull. I'm seeing somebody who's new to whatever it is that they're doing, and that this invitation or this energy is a great big deal. But the invitation, or wherever it's coming from, there is some kind of benefit. And there might be, with the trickster energy, maybe even compensation for it being an invitation being made, or having that put in front of you. Somebody plans on being compensated in some way for accepting you. Or maybe it looks good, and it would not monetarily exchanging, but as far as being respectable, it would be the wrong thing not to. And it definitely makes somebody look good for doing this, or getting you to accomplish this. This is the trickster energy. We're not feeding into hypothetical here because we just ruined the whole idea about the invitation. Maybe not entirely. Okay, maybe not. Because this is a force of an imagination. With the trickster energy, there's no guarantee, there's no proof that it was done in a bad way. Okay, the energy of this card, there's no proof that it was done in anything except for the straight up right way. Okay? And you're excited about it, okay? But you need to keep in mind that, you know what, some things are done for a reason. There are people that definitely are, like, just built that way. Everything is done for a reason. Everything has a purpose or a gain. And there are just some people like that. Now, the clarifier for the Six of Wands, or rods: seduction, lies, strictness, disorganization, prudish, a moralistic persons who try to impose their values. Queen of Wands in the reverse. I just took a note on the Queen of Wands. Trying to be controlling energy. Okay. Now, remember what we said about the Six of Wands. I get confused because it could be Six of Wands, it could be Six of Rods. Alright. So, here you are, you've got a conquest. You're advancing, you've got the success and the victory and the recognition. This invitation, but this is the Leo. This is something you really dreamed about. This is a heart thing, okay? And the Jupiter is expanding the Leo. Okay? The Leo energy is being proud and confident. Okay? Now, with this, there might be an energy of who is making the invitation. If the invitation has to do with greed, if the energy of the invitation has to do with any one of these reasons. But greed is the top one, but you know, it's not a hasty decision. Definitely the only one that fits on there would be greed. But maybe the invitation was made by somebody who wants to be in charge of everything. You know, you don't know anybody. They're in the club. You're not in the club. They're inviting you. But you know what, to tell you the truth? Yeah, there's a lot of people in the club. They know everybody in the club. It would be to your benefit, you would think, to be invited to this event. On the other hand, the person inviting you knows everybody and you don't know anybody. So it would be completely under the control of the other people who are members of the club, whether they accept you or whether they don't accept you. This might be something that is really important to you. You have gained some kind of recognition in one way or the other where you might be a positive contribution to whatever it is you've gotten an invitation to. But you need to understand that whoever's bringing you into this situation has complete control. Or maybe wants complete control. Doesn't necessarily have it. And it might have something to do with being on the receiving end of something. Either it be not just necessarily greedy, like people think greed money. No. If there are things that people need or want that have nothing to do with monetary exchange. Some of it is actually recognition and respectability, you know. But the thing about it is, this is what the underlying energy is on this, okay? And here you are all excited about getting to meet the people in this awesome club or group. Here's the world energy here. Now, the world is at your feet, right? Or the world could be at your feet. This is what you work for. You might have just gone to college for 5 years, and you've got all of the legal paperwork. You've got all of the certification paperwork. You've got all of the textbooks and all of that you have been slaving over. Okay? But you know what? You were competing with a lot of other students who had all of those very same things. And the world would be lying at your feet if you've got this invitation. And here is the invitation. Oh my goodness. Here it is. What do you do with it? What do you do with it? What do you do with it? Judgment. There's a little bit of self-evaluation with the judgment, okay? You've got to keep your composure. This actually has homesickness on it. And I never really paid attention to that before. I never noticed that. So if travel is in the cards with your particular situation, in order to join or become a part of whatever you've been invited to join, you might deal with a little bit of homesickness. And starting anything new or being the new guy in an area is very nerve-wracking. Homesickness is actually something that really fits right into this. You don't see the judgment. I see maybe the evaluation of yourself. You're going to make extra care with your appearance. Maybe go on that diet and try to lose that 15 pounds that you couldn't get rid of. You're going to be nervous as a cat until you actually get to that point which you've been invited to, and you actually get introduced around a little bit. You're going to be very, very, very big on self-evaluation. How do you look? Have you taken care of your nails? Is your hair done? But I never noticed the homesickness, and that's the one that's sticking out with me. So there might be travel with this situation. What I'm looking at, if this resonates with you, you've just been accepted or invited to join something, and it's not anywhere near where you live. And you might have to travel to get there. This might create a problem with homesickness. Okay? Separation anxiety. If you're dealing with leaving members of your family, okay, I can really understand that one. Now, in some cases, this would be a forgiveness energy. But what I think is what we're looking at is maybe travel. What we're looking at is maybe possible homesickness if you do this. Maybe being a little hard on yourself with evaluating or self-evaluating your appearance, your nails, your hair, all of those really, really important things that people pass judgment on. Your clothes, oh my God. Do you have the right purse? You better have somebody check out the style of clothing of whatever this group is normally wearing and make sure you don't do anything wrong, because trust me, on social media I have seen the most horrible combinations of lack of taste. So if you're joining a club or you've been invited to, become some part of something, you need to look at what the other people that are already there are doing. How are they dressing? Do they even do their nails? Of course they comb their hair. You know what? You're not going to get anywhere in society if you don't do a little personal hygiene. But you know what I mean. As you walk into a place and they're all dressed casually, and your first appearance, you're wearing name brand, top of the line. Oh my God, your purse is worth more than half of the cars that they're in the parking lot. No, you need to be careful about your appearance when you are being invited. But what is sticking out is the homesickness. So there might be travel. There might be travel. And this might be a separation from what you're used to, the fresh start. There might be. Okay. Now, Spirit guide me. I'm going to pull the. I love these. Oh, and I forgot. Need that. Ah, the Citadel. What'd I do? Oh, there it is. Okay. I love this. I'm going to start using the Citadel in every one of my reads because you know what? I just love the book. I just absolutely love the book. So we're going to get a Citadel over here for the Three of Cups. Let's see. The Wise One. It's tradition and order. Now, it is traditional what we've been talking about, honestly. The invitation from somebody who is respected and already a member of something that you are dreaming or is like the biggest thing. I mean, you would die for invitation to something that you really put a very high importance on. Okay, the Wise One. I gotta look this up. Hold on a minute. Let me read the book. The Wise One. I went through them too fast. Give me a minute here. I'm an old lady with bad vision. I just love this book. Love the where is it? When I'm not seeing it. Ah! There it is. Right in front of my face. And it's in reverse. Conforming to social structures provides a reliable basis for development. But you might be feeling particularly restricted by the rules you've embraced until now. Go ahead and break the mold, but do so sensibly. If you're going to embrace an unorthodox approach, make sure that whatever you do is the right thing for you in this particular moment. So yes, the establishment, conforming. And like I said, we're not talking on like a big scale here. We're talking about, it could be a member of a male boys club. You're a jock and you just peer pressure. There's a certain group of really elite athletes that hang together all the time. Okay, but you need to conform to the social rules or the social guidelines, whatever your situation is. The cheerleader thing. Oh my God, the peer pressure. You would not believe how really demanding that peer pressure is. You're invited to join the fraternity and be invited to the fraternity, the biggest and most established and respectable fraternity. Oh my God, and you're having a meltdown. What color do you paint your nails? What are you going to wear? Oh my God. You have to keep in mind that there are restrictive rules for any kind of thing that you're part of. And our society needs to remember that. And we're all humans. We're all human, right? But you know what? That's how we manage to evolve and get things done, I guess. We all have a knowledge about what to expect from one another. Six of Wands. In reverse, it's the Smith, overthinking and taking action. And it's in reverse. So I was definitely overthinking that thing that I was just talking about. Okay. It's going in an interesting direction. There we go. The Smith in reverse. You're currently stuck in a situation that you caused yourself by rushing in without suitable preparation beforehand. Oh my God. And doesn't the Queen of Wands in reverse say disorganized? Okay, disorganized, okay? Alright, so the consequences of your impulsive actions are starting to catch up with you, but you can't blame others for them. It's time to admit you're at fault here and learn from this for the next time. I don't understand why we pulled that card. Wasn't this an invitation? With the Six of Wands. This was like a happy-go-lucky, fun thing, and now you're telling me that I have to take responsibility for it? Well, the Six of Wands is an achiever. And this is kind of like being accepted, right? The invitation itself is something to be proud of, okay? This is actually being given to you by somebody who's respectable and has got some kind of pull in whatever it is that you're being invited to. What is it? The Smith here says you're responsible for all this, and it's making it sound negative. Overthinking is what it's supposed to be, right? That you're to be taking responsibility for something that was wrong? Something that didn't work out the way you thought it would. That is the only way you can take that. Because with the Six of Wands, you're in the responsibility of being a role model here. Okay? And we're talking taking responsibility because something didn't work out the way it was supposed to or the way you thought it would. Okay? Now, I'm not sure who's taking the responsibility. We're not going to lay blame on anybody for that. Okay. The thing is, with that energy going with, okay, we're talking about a little bit disorganized here. We're talking about imposing your values on another person. Okay? But we're talking about taking responsibility for something that didn't work out the way it was supposed to. So maybe somebody else didn't see that invitation coming. And maybe they weren't the one that got it, but somebody else did. And you have to take responsibility for the situation. Okay? Now, Spirit guide me one more card here for the world. I've got lots of them kind of flipping around on the side. But you know what? I can't do when they do like the 5 and 6 different ones, or they're pinched together to pop out. You've got to make sure, it screams at me. Okay, Spirit guide. One card to clarify the world. There we go. Oh, I got the Catalyst. I'm not sure if that's good at all. The Catalyst. Radical changes and taking control. Again, a moralistic person who tries to impose their values on another person. Okay? Taking responsibility for something that didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Okay? Here's the Catalyst. Well, it's all about a little invitation. All it was an invitation. You got invited to join a group. Something our heart's desire. Oh my God, the respectability that you're looking at. The respectability, the recognition. You have finally, after all of that work, achieved to the point where somebody says, wow, I see you. I see you. You're not invisible anymore. Artifacts lay scattered across a table. A diviner might be able to decipher their meaning, but to the catalyst, they are just a frustrating jumble of clutter. Wherever they go, they seem to be the inciter of change, whether they intended to or not. They have toppled empires and ended the reigns of kings, and through something has always grown from the rubble. They're always left wondering what calamity comes next. Life does not exist in a state of stasis, and meaningful development only comes with change. To resist it is to resist growth. You must become the catalyst that shakes the very foundations of life. You are the hurricane that blows the cobwebs from the corners. You are the bolt of lightning that topples the tower. You may not know what form this change will take, but change has to happen through upheaval, chaos, and destruction. You will be able to start anew. Wow. Okay, so taking responsibility for something that didn't work out the way. And you know what? I saw this here as a moralistic person who will try to impose their values on others. But the Queen of Wands, remember I mentioned I was trying to remember something that I took a note on once, just recently, about the Queen of Wands. And it wasn't in the reverse position, but the King of Wands and Queen of Wands, one of the other readers had mentioned that this is an energy that can be like destructive. You don't have to be there to touch the situation. You can do massive damage or destruction from a distance with the Queen of Wands. Okay? You don't actually have to be physically hands-on around the situation to literally destroy it or have some kind of impression upon the situation. Good or bad. Now, with the invitation, I don't understand it. You're all happy about the invitation. And this in reverse here in the catalyst, okay, changes. Well, everybody has to make changes. We've already explained that the invitation we've worked it doesn't matter what you're working on. You've worked really hard and you finally got the door open. Somebody who has some kind of respect, who belongs to something your heart's desire would love to be a member of, or join, or be a part of, or at least be seen by, in a respectable light. And there will be change after that happens, so it's like walking through like a door. There will be change. It's inevitable. You might not know what that change is, because you know what? When you're walking through that door, you're not actually seeing all of the events or all of the things that are going to have an impact on your life yet. Now, I didn't pick the oracle yet. And I've been kind of keeping them, because there's so many to choose from. But, it's been such a positive read. I pulled down the Archangel Animal. One, because I love animals. And two, because one of mine just ate the corner of my cards yesterday. And I am working on a way to take that animal to the vet. So we're going to do the Archangel Animal Oracle. Okay. These are new. I just got them at Christmas. And we're just going to, and they're stiff, and they're sticky plastic. Very strong sticky plastic. Okay. Let's see, shuffle. Okay, let's see if we can get an oracle card. I know that they stick together, so it might take a minute. As we're going to try to do a proper shuffle. 3 of them sticking out there on that one. Ah, here's one right here. I got the ant. Cooperate for the highest good of the community. There we go. Right. Imposing their values on others. Doesn't that stick right out there? Okay, cooperate for the highest good of the community. Let's look up the definition page for the ant. I can't wait for it. This book is not that bad for an oracle book. Let me look that page number up again. And I got the first one, too. The ant. Okay, about ants. Ants are tiny but brave little warriors who always work together for the benefit of the community. They are fifth dimensional from Lac-Ume, the ascendant aspect of Sirius. And understand the sacred geometry. They build their nests with love according to its principles, so that structures emit beautiful harmonics. This attracts angels to sing over them, and draws many creatures and elementals to their nests to bathe in angel light. They serve with humility by aerating the soil and decomposing organic matter. They are experiencing and teaching about structured family life and how to live and thrive collectively. Through cooperating and sharing, they devote themselves to their duty with hard work and intention. The message of the ant is to devote yourself to making your home welcoming and harmonious, while at the same time acting to bring your community together. You can take small steps, like picking up litter, smiling at your neighbors, or aim harder and actively to offer yourself in service. The ants carry the key to Sirius, which is to understand the universal Metatron cube. Look at it, absorb its energy. This is a fundamental tool to open your consciousness to power of sacred geometry. The patterns act as codes that start to balance you and bring you into alignment with your soul blueprint. The angels will begin to sing, pouring their beautiful sonics over you. This will attract higher energies and people towards you. Now, as instructed, because the book has said, that is the Metatron cube. I've seen that before, okay, and it is geometry. There's a lot of definition involved with that, but they've used that in the Archangel book for the ant. Good. That was a very positive energy that we just went over. I do appreciate every single one of the collective who have joined me today and spent time with us exploring what this message was all about. If you resonate, please hold on to it. If you don't resonate, leave it behind. Timeless Energy has a number of videos that you can go and explore anything that I've done in the past. Remember to like and remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Okay, it does help me build my channel. I know a lot of people don't remember the like and subscribe part. But, you know, with the YouTube thing, I think they send the stuff out there further, and I'm really, really small. So, donations are in the description box with the PayPal link, starting with the email of Harmony, and with the Cash App. I do appreciate you visiting with me today. I do welcome you. I will be breaking this down into edits, and I have Timeless Energy shorts. Those are my edits. I also have Out the Door Tarot, which is my 2-card I try to do every single morning or every single day for the energy of the day when you're just running out the door and you don't have an hour to sit down in front of a read. Please go ahead and check out the Door Tarot by all means. And I'm going to say good night.